today to 2 people. That's 50K to 2 people. If you go and put half-fast, you're not going to get anything because it's going to hard for you. If you go and do it on the morning crossfire, fire will burn it. If you go and do it on any other show, maybe on extra time. If you put on extra time, maybe. But you see, to win on the sunny side today, I need to say this. Maybe I haven't said it in this form and fashion before. You need to select sunny side Port Harcourt, and that way your number will get into my pool of numbers for the draw. Now, if you do not have a smart device, you can use any regular phone. Just dial the USSD code *347 *880 *6#. *347 *880 *6#. And guess what? When I do my draws, who knows? It may be you. It may be you. It may be someone by your side. Having said that, let us start our conversation today.
Different ideologies
and different perspectives.
Share your views on the sunny side.
92.3 Nigeria Info.
Let's talk.
Let's talk.
Okay, so let me start by saying this or sharing this experience with you. Driving through the other George Road last week, I think that was precisely on Thursday, I had to go and do a turn at a very, very far place. But during the turn and coming back to where I had originally stopped by, I noticed something. I saw a very big flex banner in front of a popular business place around that other George axis, stating exit of a legend. Then I saw the name of this person and I came to the realization of the fact that he owned that place, that business place. The place had a supermarket, a lounge, and a car wash as well. And I'm like, oh, I see the name. So this is the great so that has this business. They were named after him, obviously. He was just 57 years old. Some of you will say not that old. But then again, who determines what is that old and what is not? All I could think of was what happens to his business now that he is no more. Did he have a business succession plan? Or is it going to be inherited by one member or maybe members of his family? Several years ago, when I used to be an active baker, I used to patronize a particular baker's shop. And one of these days, I was passing by and I saw the face of the owner, and written on that flex banner was "Gone too soon." And as a concerned customer, I stopped by and I asked, what happened to this lady? She owns the shop. I saw that the business place was still there. In fact, I had even bought things from that particular business place recently, and even after that conversation, I continued buying from them. They said she's dead. I'm like, how? I mean, the last time I saw her, I knew she was heavily pregnant. What happened and all that? And they say, that is that pregnancy, or that she died at childbirth or something. I'm like, Out of curiosity, who is running the place now? Say, it's her sister. I had not seen the sister's face, or maybe I had not taken cognizance of her presence all the while I had gone to buy things from that business place. Was the sister just stepping in for the time being to help open shop so that at least the things they had in stock will not go bad? Maybe some way, somehow, they can still make sales and a decision will be made on a later date as to whether or not that business continues or whether they close down the business, and whatever is remaining that is not sold off, they know what to do with it. Now that's a baker shop, a very big one at that. There's hardly any baker who has not bought something from that particular shop here in the city of Port Harcourt. Even though we have several options, each baker shop, they have their uniqueness. It's either the price or there are things that you are looking for that you know that you only find at this particular baker shop. Or maybe proximity. If you live in a particular zone or region, you only know that if you need to get something, flour, sugar, flavors, and all the rest, that is the shop to go to. It was quite big, if not very big. Filling stations, supermarkets, as many businesses as you, electronic shops, as many businesses as you could possibly think of, even banks, media organizations, what's this other one called now? I mean, think of a plethora of businesses. Now, why are we even having this conversation to start with? Oh, well, imagine being an employee of the late man or the late woman and being out of job because he died or she died. You've been there. You have relied solely on this business for a very long time because they are your employers or the business employed you. And then because the founder died, guess what? You just get a letter or they just call a meeting. We are sorry to announce that owing to the passing of the founder and the visionary and all the names that they like to use, this business can no longer continue. We are handing over management to this, and management will decide whether or not to retain the staff, to downsize, or to get in their own fresh staff. Think about it. What if it also affects you, the customer? You have received a particular quality of service or product from a particular business, owing to the fact that the founder put in so much effort to ensure that every customer is happy and they are satisfied. And then the founder, the owner, the visionary dies. Ever thought about a business succession plan? Does it make sense to you now while we are having the conversation? So what is this business succession plan I'm going all about? It's simply the process of transferring the ownership and management of a business to another individual, group, or entity. It involves a strategic approach to ensure a smooth transition of leadership and operations, often triggered by maybe retirement, sale, I'm selling this business off, or generational change. This planning process helps businesses continue to operate even in cases of death of the founder, operate effectively, and maintain continuity during a time of change. I was watching a documentary, it was centered around the new Pope, and I discovered that there is a particular fashion house that has been making the Pope's dresses, priests, and other clergymen for well over 200 years. As a matter of fact, the people the news outlet were having that particular interview with were from like the 7th generation, if I'm not mistaken. That business had stayed. And I am very sure that the founders have long passed on. But then that particular business remained in the family. So there is sort of an inheritance model going on in that business. And that is why I'm asking 2 questions on the sunny side today. In your opinion, when a business founder dies, who should run the business better, or who would run the business better? Between a family member and an outsider. Father, mother, son, daughter, sister, brother, nephew, family member, someone within the family, or a group of family members. or maybe an outsider, a total stranger, but someone who understands what it is to bring returns and what it is to drive a business. Question number 2. Do many Nigerian businesses have this succession plan from your observation? For those of you that have patronized the brand for a very long time, for those of you that have used the setting service for a very long time, maybe you're like me or like some other Nigerians who are keen on knowing how the business was set up and how it's being run, the structure and all of those things. It's Monday. Let's talk. 0817 923 0002. Again, 0817 923 0002. We also have 0817 923 0003. That is 0817 923 0003. WhatsApp and Telegram number for your WhatsApp and Telegram messages is 0809 030 6416. Again, 0809 030 6416. We're live on X. Our X handle is at Nigeria Info Page, at Nigeria Info Page, and our Facebook page is Nigeria Info 92.3 PH. Go there, watch us live, but most importantly, be a part of the conversation by dropping your comments in the comment section. Now, call screeners and stand by to take your calls first before passing you on to me in the studio. So when you do call, the first voice you would hear will not be my voice, but of course that of the call screener. Nigeria Info, good afternoon to you and welcome to the sunny side.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Nigerian business now, the most problem with them, they don't have a professional plan. Because if they grow, the business grows. And again, they lack partnership. They lack partnership because of their greed. That is the problem. Because they don't want to partnership with anybody. Because if you partner with somebody, either with your family or with another group of people, business will continue. It will continue. Like what you have just said now. Business have been running for the 200 years. But we haven't seen any business in Nigeria that have run for 50 years in Nigeria. There's no. I'm trying to be correct. So that is because of their greed and selfishness.
So you said no Nigerian business has been run successfully for 200 years. Are you sure about that?
No. Google it and find out.
Maybe we are looking for businesses with a name. How about businesses that do not have names? I mean, I know some people that their mother started akara business, and now the mother is no longer doing the akara business. They have taken over from the akara business. Their mother started the bole business, and now the mother is probably no more, and they have taken over the bole business. It doesn't have to be a business that has a big name, as it were. I mean, if you've been buying things from these people from when you were a child up until now that you're an adult, doesn't it tell you that there's some form of succession plan around that business, even though they are not big names?
Well, that one depends on individual.
Individual, okay.
Because the children wanted to continue with the business. Okay, let me just give you an example now. My wife is a participant.
Okay.
He has, so one of my children now going to earth. We even tell one of them to go and stop medicine. Nobody accepts it.
No, but none of your children wants to study medicine.
Yeah, no one of them. They say they don't want to know.
Okay. None of the children will study medicine. So if the wife now eventually opens a hospital, well, Anonymous, welcome to the sunny side. Go ahead.
Hello. Hello. Good afternoon.
Hi, good afternoon.
Actually, not anonymous. I'm Robin Maja, the farmer, calling from Iche.
Okay, it showed as... Okay, just go ahead. Thank you for joining us. Go ahead.
Oh, all right, thank you. You asked a critical question. But firstly, I want to take it on the side of government.
Government.
We had a refinery that was built in the 70s. Have the government, successive government, been able to maintain it? Crude oil was discovered in Nigeria. We are told about it. Today, Nigeria, a country of over 50 years, cannot turn it from crude to diesel to create to fuel the rest. It's not a fact. Most people that went to business in Nigeria is for purpose of from hand to mouth. But it is harsh. There's no electricity, no security. Those who respect the tribe are being hunted by cops, left, right, and center. How do we stop? Some are being chased away in the course of being in that business. Now, those who declare profit of billions, hundreds of millions every year, what do they do? They lift me and you off without the government or the relative agencies intervening. How can business have a long-term plan in Nigeria in an environment, hostile environment like that in Nigeria here? This was 50 years, we're talking about electricity.
All right. Thank you. I have Walter and Obin now waiting. So let me hear from Walter quickly from Rukboko.
Oh.
Hi, Walter. Welcome to the Sunny Side. Thank you for joining us.
My sister.
Good afternoon, my brother.
Well, this is a good topic. And we have to learn. You see, the question you asked, assuming somebody has a business and maybe the person delete or, something like that. Does the business grow? I am saying no, it doesn't. I'm telling you the experience I have right now. And you cannot lend it to an outsider. If you do that, or any of the relations do that, you have bought a car or married for that person. Instead, you people decide to lease it out outrightly. You see, what I'm telling you is what I'm seeing, and I'm into business.
Okay.
I'm into business. I know what it is all about, and I know what I'm battling now as I'm telling you. You see, some of the business will open when the person is late. The business dies. Sometimes they sell off the business because the children or the relations are not competent to handle the business. Because when the man or
Walter.
Yes.
Having relatives or children that are not competent to manage the business gives room for other options. Must it be a relative or children? That's the question.
You see, it gives what?
Let me further buttress my point here.
Okay.
I remembered when the former governor of Rivers State, Wike, I think he set up one big hospital. I'm trying to remember the name of the hospital, and he clearly said that he was going to seek out foreign experts to come and run the hospital. We had that conversation on the Sunny Side, if I'm not mistaken. Why foreign experts? Are you saying that we don't have Nigerians who are competent enough to run a hospital of that magnitude? The same Nigerians that are going outside the country and are being sought after by other countries in the medical field. And some of you said, having an external body run the hospital, makes for more accountability and transparency and blah, 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 in some people's opinion. It's the same way someone who has a business can say, I have checked all my children. None of them get eye for this business in our local panlas. I would rather bring in someone from outside who I can trust to manage this business in my absence.
okay, that one.
Or maybe there is a board that will be in charge of this so-called business and will open up opportunities for people to buy shares in this business, and they will become shareholders and they can become the decision makers. How about that?
I agree with you, because like the instance you made, it is because the person that has that business or hospital, as you mentioned, former governor, is alive.
Oh, really?
Indirectly, he's monitoring his business.
Okay. Well, it was a state.
Somebody who is late. Are you getting what I'm saying?
I get you.
If you open a business and you are alive, maybe you traveled. You can contract it to some, or give it to any person. Meanwhile, you are monitoring your business. So that some people monitor their business through phone.
Yes, of course.
Oh, so that one is different from what we are saying.
Okay, Walter's problem is when the person dies. Let's hear from Obina from Iriebe. Hi, Obina. Sorry for keeping you waiting. Thank you for joining us. Let's hear from you.
Oh, good afternoon to you, Didi.
Good afternoon to you, Obina. Go ahead.
You see, for me, I would even prefer handing over to my business to somebody who is not related to me.
Why?
But the criteria will be that he knows the business.
Okay.
But there is a problem in this part of the world, especially in Nigeria here. Most times, business owners are not interested in building a staff or a member of the organization in a way that when they go,
you can succeed them.
Yes. They are only interested in making profit. But there is a business mogul that said that if you build your staff, they will build your business for you. But that is not what is obtainable here in Nigeria. Everybody is looking for profit. They will even use their staff roughly, just in order to make the money.
Obina, would it be right to conclude that the average business owner in Nigeria is not thinking of continuity when they are gone? That the business is set up to serve them only in their lifetime?
Exactly, that is what I am saying.
Really?
They want to make the profit. They are not after whether the business will continue or not. I want to take a lead from most of these churches that we have today. You see that when the general overseer dies, most of them will just carry the church and give to their wife or their children. And most times, you see that those churches don't even move forward again. And when you compare it to somebody handed over to another person that is not from his family or has the what it takes to run the church.
Interesting.
So for me, the problem lies on the owners of this business, because they don't even plan for their business.
Thank you, Obina. Hyacinth from Alu, thank you for joining us. Go ahead.
In my own view, businesses in Nigeria does not go long because nobody has been able to put a standard modus operandi that will take business go far. When some people say maybe when the owner of a business dies, it dies. Even in Nigeria, I have seen the business that grew after the death of the owner. One instance of business like that is God is good
one person. 3 people, 2 people came together and they decided to start the business. Some businesses have stayed for 20 years. Some have stayed for 30 years, 10 years, as the case may be. It's very natural that at some point, this said business owned by 3 people, 2 people, that particular generation where you have those 3 people, maybe one of them will die, maybe 2 of them will die, maybe all 3 of them will die. But the business will need to continue if they want it to continue. Or maybe it won't. If the business is only to serve or fund their living in their own lifetime and not exist after they are gone. There is business inheritance on one hand. The likelihood that someone who owns a business will write a will and say, when I am gone, so person should handle this business. Now, it's natural that, who will I leave my business to? I have a son, I have a daughter, I have a husband, I have a wife. I have siblings, I feel they can run it. But the business succession plan may not likely be looking towards the direction of a family member. It may also look in that direction if this family member is said to be competent. But there is something that happens when familiarity breeds in an environment. Now my papa business, now my brother business. Would it give them the zeal to own it and run with the vision, saying that it is their own, it is their heritage? This business cannot die in my hands. I watched my father labor. I watched my mother labor. So this business has come this far. It is on me, or the onus lies on me to see that this business goes to the next level and the next level after that. Ownership, now my own, now me get them. For the benefit of those people who have also believed so much in this business, those people who have been our foundation members, they've been with us from the very beginning when we started out, when we had just 1 customer till we had 2 million customers. These staff members who have been loyal to us. Then there is a total stranger who comes to the understanding of what this business model is all about, and they believe so much in the said vision and they would want to run with it. We need to go on the news break for trending stories. However, on our return, we'll come back and round up the conversation. It's still the sunny side right here on 90.3 Nigerian. For just stay tuned to us.